This is IShowSpeed. He wants to be a great fighter in the UFC, but there's a problem. He's not good enough to be a fighter. In this video we will help Speed to become the best fighter in the UFC. We all know Speed is an athlete. He's strong.
Oh my God!
He's fast. But fighting he's not that good. To get Speed into the UFC, we need to improve his skills, because he is a star-and-a-half fighter. Speed started training and got a street fight, which will be streamed on YouTube and Twitch.
Do you want to say something to the stream?
Yeah, I got something for you. Looking at a future UFC champ.
To the surprise of many, Speed managed to beat his opponent by knockout in the first round. Speed is very famous and Dana knows it. That's why he decided to give Speed a chance in the Dana White Contender Series. If Speed wins, he gets a contract with the UFC. Speed gets his first fight in the Dana White Contender Series, and in just 30 seconds he did this.
Holy shit!
He knocks out his opponent in the first round and gets his first victory as a professional. And most importantly, he gets a contract with the UFC. Everything is going well in Speed's career, but later on it won't be so easy. Speed has to prepare for his official debut in the UFC. For this he's training his grappling skills with Raya Faber and Volkanovski. And because Speed likes acrobatics, he is learning the crazy kicks of Zabit Magomedsharipov. And the time has come for Speed. It's time to make his UFC debut against Darren Elkins in the featherweight division. At the beginning of the fight, Elkins will take Speed not once, but twice to the ground. But he managed to get up quickly, but while standing, this happened. Elkins rocked Speed with a left hand, and when everyone believed that Speed had no chance, he did this. Speed landed a head kick and then a left hand that sent Elkins to the canvas, and he did it again. And a few minutes later, he got the finish. And now Speed was a reality. It wasn't that easy, but he had secured his first UFC victory with a knockout. Speed was shocking the MMA world and social media, appearing on the covers of sport magazines after his UFC victory. Speed had left his career as a streamer behind to become an MMA fighter, but it won't be as simple as he thought. After his victory, Speed was back to training, as he knows he must continue to improve his skills in the octagon, and his next fight was announced. Now he will have a more complicated fight against the Canadian Charles Jourdain. If Speed wins this fight, he would get closer to the featherweight rankings. Jourdain started the fight quite aggressively and landed a combination that wobbled Speed. Speed managed to recover, and 20 seconds later he landed a good kick that sent Jourdain to the canvas. And then he did this. Speed does it again, get his second UFC win with a terrifying knockout, and his fame in the MMA world increases and everyone is talking about him. Speed continues to improve his skills, but the level of his opponents also. His next opponent will be the feared Josh Emmett. But if Speed manages to beat him, he will enter to the featherweight rankings. But before you watch this fight, if you like the UFC content, subscribe to this channel. Speed started the fight landing good shots on Emmett, but Josh will be the first to send Speed to the canvas. But also Speed managed to land a beautiful head kick. Josh Emmett knew that if he wanted to win, he had to cut the distance and use his boxing. And that's what he did. In the third round, Emmett landed a beautiful overhand that sent Speed to the canvas again. Speed was very hurt and Emmett took advantage of that to get the finish. And Josh Emmett wins by TKO and Speed gets his first loss in the UFC. We are in a new year and new opportunities for Speed. This time he prepares better, and for that he trains with Dustin Poirier to face his next opponent, the always dangerous Dan Ige. But sadly, Speed lost again by TKO. Speed now had 2 consecutive losses. Everyone began to doubt him, and even asked him to retire and return to his career as a streamer. But he receives a call that shocks him.
Hello, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. Remember that we never give up. You will be the UFC champion. I trust you, man. Bye.
Speed received a call from Cristiano Ronaldo and got motivated to continue his career as a fighter. Speed was back at the gym to train, waiting for a new opponent. This time he decided to lose more weight to fight in the bantamweight division, and his opponent will be the man from China, Sonnen Jong. Speed was a bit nervous on his return to the octagon, and Sonnen Jong landed a nice combination that rocked Speed, and once again the Speed was sent to the canvas with another good combination. But when everyone thought that Speed was going to lose again, he landed an uppercut that wobbled his opponent, and in the last round this happened. And Speed was back. He managed to beat Sonnen Jong by TKO and get his third victory in the UFC. Speed wants to get on a winning streak again and wanted to fight for the last time this year. His next fight will be against the Mexican Raul Rosas Jr. Raul Rosas didn't want to exchange punches with Speed and decided to take him to the ground quickly, and he tried a leg lock, but Speed escaped easily. Chihuahuas dominated Speed on the ground the entire first round, but in the second round was different. Speed landed a big right hand and then a kick that sent Raul to the canvas, and in the third round this happened. Speed shocks the MMA world once again by defeating Raul Rosas Jr. by TKO and closes the year with a victory. Speed starts the year 2027 training looking for an opponent. After his victory against Raul Rosas Jr. last year, Speed was ranked number 14 in the bantamweight division. Speed received an opportunity and agrees to fight Cory Sanhan, who is ranked number 11 in the division. If Speed wins, he will move up in the rankings. The fight started and Speed received a knee in the face, but after that Speed landed some punches that wobbled Cory Sanhan. And he also landed a spinning head kick to send Cory to the canvas. And in the third round, Speed went crazy and this happened. And Speed manages to beat Cory Sanhan in style for his 5th UFC win. Now he's ranked number 11. But to get a title fight, he had to beat other title contenders like Peter Yan and Umar Nurmagomedov, and he beat both of them by TKO. Speed now had a 5-win streak and was closer than ever to fight for the title. He just had to win one more time. Speed was going to have the most complicated fight of his career against the former champion Sugar Sean O'Malley. If Speed lost, he will not be able to fight for the title. The fight started with O'Malley being aggressive, landing 2 head kicks on Speed, but later Speed will do the same. And before the first round was over, Speed landed a right hand that wobbled O'Malley once again. But Sean will not make it easy for him and will land another beautiful head kick. And in the second round, Speed did this. And Speed did it. He managed to beat the former champion Sean O'Malley and became the number 1 contender for the title. Speed was at his prime and was one step away from the title. He had to face the machine Merab Dvalishvili, the toughest fight of his career.
Say you swear to God! Say you swear to God! Put that on Allah! Say put that on Allah! Say wallahi, bro! Say wallahi!
Speed had already proven that he was a real fighter and had the respect of everyone, but now it was the time to realize his dream of becoming a UFC champion. Merab started the fight by taking Speed to the ground, and Merab was dominating Speed on the canvas and punishing him with ground and pound. Speed had studied Merab and knew that his weakness could be body kicks. Speed had a plan, but Merab continued to dominate him, not only on the ground but also on his feet. Speed was losing every round, until the 4th round when he landed some good body shots and sent Merab to the canvas. Surprisingly, the plan was working. Merab was very exhausted, but anyway, Speed needed a knockout to become champion, and before the fight was over, this happened. And guys, Speed had done it. He managed to beat Merab Dvalishvili with a kick to the body in the last second of the fight, and Speed becomes the bantamweight champion of the UFC.